Today we're going to be going over our top 10 keto staples that we always have on hand on our ketogenic lifestyle. And if you're new here, my twin sister Sarah and I have lost 160 pounds following a ketogenic lifestyle since 2019. And on our channel, we love talking about keto-related subjects, trying recipes, weird recipes, having recipes completely turn out to be disasters. And if you're into that kind of stuff, please subscribe to our channel. And if you're new to keto, you might be overwhelmed when you start to see all the different products that you can buy. And so Sarah and I just kind of wanted to compile a list of products that we find that we use the most and the most bang for your buck when it comes to this lifestyle. So the first category of things is probably going to be keto flour. We use almond flour for a long time, but we didn't choose it for this video because I think that you can get more bang for your buck and bang for your carbs. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Lupin flakes for your keto flour. Lupin flakes is kind of like a new thing to us, but we really like it. It has less carbs than almond flour, but you can also turn it into lupin flour simply by blending it. You can't turn lupin flour back into flakes, but you can turn flakes into lupin flour. And Sarah and I have been using lupin flakes as kind of a non-pork type of breading to deep fry, and it does go well sweet or savory. And that kind of goes into our second keto staple because I was talking about pork. And we think that having pork rinds on hand, if you can eat pork, is a great staple on the ketogenic lifestyle. So pork rinds are extremely versatile on keto as well. And it's one of those things where you can buy like really big bags for cheap and you can use them as croutons, as chips. And we've even used them in a sweet way. We have covered them in chocolate and peanut butter and allulose and turned them into like a puppy chow muddy buddy situation. And Sarah and I are kind of sensitive to the pork rind taste, and I could not taste them in there at all. Don't get like flavored pork rinds for this. No. Get non-flavored pork rinds and get a high quality pork rind for this purpose. It's one of the most surprising things we've ever done is eat them in a sweet way. But ground down pork rinds make an amazing breading for deep frying. And if you are sensitive to the pork rind taste, that's kind of why you're avoiding them. I would really heavily go with the spices to kind of mask that flavor, because once you put garlic and different spices in pork rinds, you really can't taste the pork rinds anymore. Our third keto staple that we drink every single day and we absolutely love it is Element, who is the sponsor of this video. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Like I said, Sarah and I drink Element every single day because we love the way it tastes and it helps us on our keto lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, and nausea, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I love all of the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt, orange salt, raspberry salt, and grapefruit salt. Don't miss out on the grapefruit salt. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. It looks like this, so you can try all the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. This way you can get some grapefruit salt and try the rest of the flavors with a sample pack. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. So this is all based on our experiences over the years, right? So you might have a different opinion on any of these types of staples, and please feel free to comment below if you guys have a different opinion, because we find that the community really contributes and gives a bunch of different ideas, even to things that we've never even thought about. So the fourth staple on our list is actually going to be some sort of sweetener. And we have tried so many different types of sweetener in the past. There's tons of them on the market. The one that we have been using is allulose. If you know anything about sweeteners, you will know that everyone tolerates them differently. So it's one of those ingredients that you might have to try out for yourself and realize what works best for you. The reason why we like allulose is because it acts like sugar as a baking replacement. Not all keto sweeteners will act like sugar when you bake them, and baking is a science, not like we're good at that or anything. If you use things like erythritol and other keto sweeteners, they don't necessarily act like sugar does when you bake them, and they can leave a cooling effect or a bitter effect when you use them in baked goods. So if you don't know what you're doing, like we do not, then stick to something that's going to act the most like what you're used to baking with, which is normal sugar. Number 5 is also going to be a sweetener because we do use stevia from time to time. I use stevia when I'm quickly trying to sweeten something, like a beverage. If we're gonna make a sauce of any kind, we made like Chinese takeout. We made a sauce for crab rangoon. Instead of taking out the allulose, I just put in a couple drops of stevia.
It's just easy to plop a couple drops in there and increase the sweetness on anything. So actually mixing allulose and stevia might be a good choice too.
Number 6 on our list is an ingredient that we use all of the time. Xanthan gum is inexpensive, and you only need to use like a tablespoon or 2 at a time at the most. They sell it in a jar, they sell it in a bag, but if you buy one little container of it, it's gonna last you for months at a time. It's used to thicken things on keto, and it's also kind of used as a gluten type of replacement in keto bread recipes, so it's very versatile. And if you don't know, we use it in our chaffles. Another recipe that uses it, which you will probably end up trying at some point, is Heavenly Fan's keto fries. And it uses a lot of xanthan gum in there. So xanthan gum is one of those ingredients that you're gonna buy and you're gonna be using the same container for the next couple months, at least, maybe 6 months. And so it's worth it.
So number 7 on this list for us is going to be some sort of low carb tortilla. We use low carb tortillas a lot on our ketogenic lifestyle because they're so versatile. And we've tried many over the years, but the ones that we've been really loving so far this year is the Hero brand tortillas. They're good. I mean, they're just different than the ones that you would get in the grocery store by like Mission. I find the Mission ones are drier. The Hero ones are kind of doughier.
Undercooked. They're almost undercooked. And you might think of that as bad, but I don't, because they are malleable. Like you can make samosas out of them. You can make empanadas out of them. You can make pizzas out of them. I would just cook them a little bit before you use them.
I think that you're supposed to cook all tortillas, honestly. They're kind of doughy, raw tasting if you don't cook a tortilla. I didn't know that until I saw it on like TikTok or something.
We buy them in bulk and then we freeze them, and they can last like 4 months at least in the freezer. So we also have a link in our description. Description alert, because a lot of you guys are like, I don't know where the description is. It's like literally at the bottom of the video. There's like text down there below the title. And if you look there, it says more. If you click on more, it expands the video description and has all the links having to do with us for this video, for our favorite products.
It is confusing.
Well, they're not really making it easy to get to the description these days. So
number 8 on our list is going to be heavy cream. Heavy cream is a very versatile ingredient for me because I drink it in my coffee. It can add up though, so be careful with it. But you can also make desserts with it. You can make homemade whipped cream with it, sweeten it with a little bit of the stevia or the allulose like we were talking about. I use it in sauces all the time. You can thin it out and kind of make like a milk type of replacement from it. So many things that you can make just from having heavy whipping cream. I would say it is very calorically dense, so just be careful with it.
Sarah can go overboard.
I can go a little bit overboard, like putting it in my coffee and stuff, so I find like it does add up calorie wise, so I try to keep it under control, but it's a very versatile ingredient. I always have a carton in my refrigerator.
So number 9 is going to be bulk shredded mozzarella, or buying mozzarella and shredding it on your own. And having bulk mozzarella on hand is one of those things where you will be able to make so many different keto recipes. So let's go through some.
Okay.
Fathead dough, which is a really versatile keto recipe that you're probably gonna know, can also be used in chapels. You can put it on stuff. You can put them on pizzas. It's just a great
neutral cheese.
And you would be surprised, just because it has cheese in it does not mean it cannot be eaten sweet. Okay, so number 10 is not an ingredient, but it is a piece of machinery.
Device.
It's a device. It's a life-changing piece of machinery. And it is a Chavel Maker, also known as a waffle maker. Chaffles are cheese waffles, and they are one of the most versatile things that you can make on keto. And you will need a mini waffle maker to do so. We like the one from Dash because it works really well. We don't have to spray it with oil. However, if you just buy the singular one for $11, you will stand there all day making them.
Truffles.
So I bought a 4-unit Dash mini waffle maker, and now I can make 4 at a time. And then Sarah upgraded hers
Years later.
I know, but was it worth it?
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
You can use chaffles as croutons, bagel replacements, pretty much any bread replacement, especially crunchy bread replacements. And that is one of the most important pieces of equipment we bought for this journey. Some people say, oh, you need to get a Ninja Creamy. And I go, ah.
Yeah.
If I only had to pick one, it's going to be the Chavel Maker. It took us a while to make this list because there's so many different products that you could use on this journey, and we left out a lot of stuff. So let us know what we're missing from this list, and we will make a second part to this video.
If you guys want to see that video where we talked about our favorite ways to use fathead dough, you can click on the video on the screen and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily, and we are the Keto Twins signing out. Stop.
I like it.